Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, my dear girls? I hope you are in good health. Inshallah, today we are going to complete Unit 1, Lesson 1 about countries of the Middle East or the Middle East countries. Last time we discussed the map of the Middle East, and also we identified the meaning of the meaning of borders and neighboring states. Also, we discussed two tables about the areas of the countries of the Middle East. Today we are going to use bar graphs to compare the size of countries. Look at these two bar graphs. This bar graph is, what is the title of it? Area of three largest countries. So here we have the area of the three largest countries of the Middle East shown by or using by graph. From the first look at this bar graph, what is the largest country? Yeah, the tallest bar refers to the largest country. And what is the next largest country? Yes, Iran, because this is the second bar, and Egypt is the third largest country. This scale from the bar graph show us the countries, the three countries that are the largest three countries of the Middle East, and this scale show us area of these countries using square kilometer. The next paragraph, if you want to understand it, you should look at the title. Look at the title of the bar graph. The title of the bar graph tells us that this bar graph shows us the area of the three smallest countries. From this bar graph, again, this scale show us or tells us about the countries that are the smallest, and the other scale show us the area in square kilometer. From the first look at this bar graph, what is the smallest country? Yeah, the shortest bar graph. And what is the next one, or shortest bar graph that show the country that is one of the smallest countries but little bigger than Bahrain? What is it? It is Lebanon. And what is the other smallest country but the biggest of the three of them? It's Qatar. So these two bar graphs help us from the first look in order to identify or compare the size of the countries. In order to understand any bar graph like this, you should do 4 steps. The first one of all, always look at the title of the bar graph. This tells you what the graph is about. We have so many graphs, not only about the area of countries. We can have bar graphs about the rainfall in any country, about the temperature. From the first look, you can identify which country is the hottest, which country is the coldest, which month have the most rain, and which month have the least rain. We have so many bar graphs like this. Okay, you can compare the data by looking at the lengths of the bars. So the length of the bar, either it is very long or very short, can tell us or I analyze data. Also, the horizontal or the bottom scale tells you what each bar represents. Again, this one, the bottom scale tells us this paragraph is talking about what? Talking about countries or school subjects or amount of rain or what? Also, the vertical or the side scale allows you to read how many kilometers each country covers. This one, as we explained before. So we can compare the size of countries using areas that are shown in tables, or much better using bar graphs like these two bar graphs. Okay, girls? Next page. Distances and directions. Do you remember this? You firstly studied it when you were in grade 2. In grade 2, you studied the tools that can help us study maps. We talked about the compass and the compass rules. This one is a compass rose. The compass rose is drawn on maps, is usually drawn on maps to show us directions like this. These directions are north, south, east, and west. We call these 4 the cardinal directions. And the ones in between are called the intermediate directions. Between the north and the east, northeast. Between the east and the south, southeast. And here, southwest. And here, northwest. These directions are shown using the compass rose in order to help us identify or locate countries on maps. Okay, you already know that maps have a compass rose printed on them. Why? So that you can work out the direction from one place to another. Check that you remember the main compass directions. Of course, you know them. you have studied or started studying them since in grade 2. Also, we repeated them in grade 3 and 4, and now we are repeating them again. So again, the cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. And the intermediate directions: northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. The compass rose is extremely important in order to help us locate countries on maps, and also work out the direction from one place to another. This is one more tool that can help us study the map. Also, you can look at something like this, usually printed on any map, but in different numbers or using different numbers or different sections. What is this called? This is called a scale. This is called a scale. Generally, the scale is a relation between distances on maps and distances in real life. For example, this scale like this, look at the numbers or the pattern shown on it: 0, 200, 400, 600, 800 miles. Up refers to miles, but down, the line itself is divided into centimeters. So this is 1 centimeter, 1 more centimeter, 1 more centimeter, and another centimeter. Every 1 centimeter here equals what from up? Every time you add how many? Every time you add, yeah, excellent, 200s. So the one skip like this equals in real life 200 miles. So if there is one town which is about 1 centimeter away from another town, so the 1 centimeter tells us that this town is about 200 miles away from such a town. So you can also know that maps have a scale. This is the scale that I told you about now. The scale allows you to work out the real distances between places. The map of the Middle East on page 10 has a line scale that looks similar to this. So from this scale, we can identify that every 1 centimeter on the map equals 200 miles in real world. So if the distance between any two maps on the map is only 2 centimeters, so it means that they are 400 kilometers away in real life. This scale means that 1 centimeter on the map represents 200 miles in the real world. To work out a real distance, you need to use a ruler to measure the distances or to measure the distance on the map. Why? On the map, the distances are smaller. We can use a ruler to measure the distances on maps, and that's why the unit for measurement on the map is usually centimeter, but in real life it's kilometer, mile, because the real distances are very big. For example, if you measured a distance between any two cities on the map and found it that it is 6 centimeters, so then multiply this by the scale distance, which is 6 multiplied 200, because we said before that the 1 centimeter on the map from such a scale equals 200 miles in real world. So the 6 centimeters on the map equal 200 miles in real world. If you multiply this number that you measured using your ruler between the two cities or the two towns and multiply them by the measurement of the 1 centimeter that you found out from the scale, it will give you the result 1,200 miles. This is the real distance in real life. So again, the scale that's found usually under any map like this is the relation between distances on maps in centimeters and distances in real life, which is usually miles or kilometers. So today's lesson, we talked about how to use bar graphs in order to compare the size of countries or something else. Also, we try to remember the directions, or you know the name or the use of the compass rose that is printed on any map. And also we studied the scale. Inshallah, in the VR class, we are going to explain more how to use the scale in order to work out real distances in our life, or how to use the scale to identify real distances in real life. And at the end of our period, thanks for being with me. Inshallah, we will support this explanation in the VR class. Thanks for being with us. Thank you so much. Goodbye till we meet again.